It was pretty much... Yeah, we only had 4 races, and what happened on the last lap, Hubert, who was leading, ended up not only losing the lead, but despite Owen Lewis's time penalties, ended up losing the race win.
Oh, heavy days.
Oh dear.
By how many seconds though?
Well, let's just say you couldn't write a script for it. There was like hundreds in it, even with Owen's time penalties taken into equation.
4 milliseconds.
Wow, so close. Shows you how the time penalties, how being strict on yourself has to come into play, you know. And I mean, it's all about driver. It's the multiplayer cars, so it's all about the driver in this.
Absolutely, I'm just waiting to join the session now because I've got the invite. Just waiting for the waiting to get connected to the session.
You see, it shows that you're in the lobby on my side, but everybody's on a loading platform.
Error failed to join session. Error failed to join session.
Yeah, that's what I kept getting. And I told Callum, and then he was like, yeah, he had to keep basically sending me invite after invite after invite, and eventually it let me in, but I only lasted on 1 and then it kicked me out again. Well, on the loading screen, it just didn't load.
Try on that one. And top Willem, and Willem has just joined.
Oof, ouch.
That is nasty.
Just a bit.
Hello.
Good evening. Well, I've just sent a picture of what the lobby looks like on my side. I've sent a invite from the lobby. You must tell me when I can send you a invite. See if you guys can join in. I'm within the lobby. I have not to view anything.
Okay, you can send one. I'm live. My audio is included, so all the viewers should be hearing and seeing something from my side shortly. Have you sent an invite, Ivan?
I'm getting to your name.
Oh. Patience, Willem. Patience.
On my side it says you are offline. But
Yes, I do that. Otherwise, I get random people joining while we're on this. So
unfortunately I can't send you an invite when you're offline.
Yeah, someone told me that as well. But then I'm
You
appearing
still can.
online, and apparently I'm still appearing off.
Yeah.
It's not giving me that option.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
still,
go
I'm
online
still getting,
quickly. I'm
still
online
getting
now.
errors.
Callum needs to sort of restart that lobby, really, doesn't he?
He has to restart
Yeah.
because I can't send you the invite.
I'm online currently. Can you find me now, Ivan?
I'm busy.
Okay.
Oh,
Did
well,
you
I've
get
just
the
sent a
invite?
suggestion-
Yeah,
Um,
got it.
I just sent a suggestion in the main chat that we might need to restart the lobby and take the grid from the Q1 standings.
Yeah, that's what we.
But with the
have to
different
do on the
hosts,
Sundays,
hosts
isn't it?
as well, Kenzie.
No, well, I also said they should take a screenshot of the last Q3 standings and they can manually set the grid.
Yeah, that's the way we do it on the Sundays when we have stream issues.
The
Takes nothing.
the last Q3 standings, as in.
Like, you know, you've got Q3, they do their shootout, you take... Oh yeah, but then, unfortunately, yeah, Q1, you're gonna have to make that point. Yeah, you do make a point. So unfortunately, you'll only get the top 10 within Q3.
Well, you start with Q1 screenshot. You take the bottom
Okay,
five. You know who's the bottom five. Then
okay.
Q2, then Q3.
So, Willem, it says that you're in the lobby, but you're on a loading screen. In other words, you've got those loading circles on the side of your...
No, I've got joining session on my screen.
Yeah, that's what I've got as well.
No, Callum will have to restart this. There's definitely issues here.
Oh,
And
yes.
we're gonna need to do the grid from the Q1 standings.
Q1, yes.
Do you want to get the bottom five?
Or do a
Q2
quick
for the second
shootout.
bottom.
Well, I'm literally watching the stream. I'm literally watching the stream that's got. I'm watching the stream.
in.
Wait, what?
I'm in, gentlemen.
Hallelujah!
Yes!
At long last.
Yes, Kenzie, you just sound like, what's that guy? What's that
Pavarotti.
guy's name?
You would have made it proud.
Oh, I can actually
I
see a
have
France
got-
loading screen. Ooh.
Right, I have got. Right, I've managed to get a screenshot of the Q1 standings. I am just gonna get them.
I know who was P11.
sent. what-
Kenzie, what I suggest is
Oh, Callum's
take
just
a
left.
screenshot from Q1.
Like,
Your game also.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh,
that's
everyone's
literally
leaving,
what I'm
guys.
doing.
That's why I got in. I got in because everyone is leaving. I didn't get in because we
Yeah,
had the
everybody else is
hallelujah
leaving.
moment. Alright. I'm gonna stay on this screen so the viewer's got something to look at except the black screen, and then until I get a new invite.
Yes, everybody's leaving on my side as well. I can see everybody because I'm in lobby. It's just everybody going out.
so,
So...
our interview from Q1 then was a complete waste of time now then, wasn't it?
No, well, it'll all be recorded. We can all
Oh,
edit
sweet.
it.
So I got grilled for no reason whatsoever then.
It got the whole of Q1 without much trouble.
Yeah, no, it did. Yeah, it was on the loading screen in between, wasn't it? That it just wouldn't load for us. Yeah, we were like, oh.
Exactly. Okay, Kenzie, what I wanted to say was, what my suggestion is, take a screenshot from Q1 to get the bottom 5, then you take Q2 to get that bottom 5, and then you take the shootout of Q3. Then you can do the grid accordingly.
Yes, then you can
that's
do
accurate
the
and
grid
fair.
accordingly. Exactly.
Well, that's the problem because
There is no screenshot for Q3. Unless Callum posts it.
I couldn't get a screenshot for Q2 either.
Can we not look
Okay, there's
at
the new
the
invite.
previous stream? Because we'll have it.
But the previous stream only goes up to Q1.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
sorry, yeah,
it's
you
just-
want Q3, don't you?
Okay,
I'll ask.
so we
my
know
guys,
who's been
sometimes
knocked
they do
out.
it.
Then someone in the race can give us the standings. And I suppose they will be doing that now, shortly. Alright, I'm in, gentlemen. I'm
Yep.
in the new lobby.
It's all loaded up, all right.
Okay,
Strange.
just give me
Can I
a
invite you, Ivan?
second. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm just restarting my game.
Okay. I can
And
send
I'm
the
in.
party invite. Yes! Right, perfect. Now we're getting something.
I am in, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies to the viewers at home.
Oh yeah.
It feels really weird
Callum
hearing
has-
it come through my ear and then coming out my phone like a second later.
It happens.
Well, that's reassuring to know from Callum, because he's confirmed he has screenshots of all 3 qualifying sessions.
Brilliant, brilliant. So then we can set up the lobby
Fantastic.
as according.
Absolutely
Okay,
brilliant.
send me an invite, please.
Ideal.
Ivan, I'm doing that as we speak. The whole party would have received one, so please not everyone join, otherwise you might not get.
Is there going to be room for
Thank
me
you.
to join that with all the drivers in?
Well, that's just the thing. There's 22 people within a lobby, so if there's a full grid, then
no,
it's
there
only
won't
2
be.
commentators.
Yeah,
If there's
because I was only
so
originally required to be in there until Ivan turned
at
up.
the moment,
so-
at the moment we have 20 drivers within the lobby. So there's
Right.
22
It
people
might-
within the lobby. So there might
Yeah.
be a
It might-
space available.
Yeah. It might be a case, Ivan, that one of us might. Well, obviously I wouldn't be able to leave the lobby because I'm now streaming. So
Well, the 2
one of
streams would then have to stay on in the lobby.
which would then mean you would need to leave until we get a retirement from the race and have to rely on one of the streams to watch.
Yes,
will be a
that's
few
no
seconds
issues.
behind.
But the nice thing is I'll have the multi-view open on my phone, so therefore I can see both camera views.
Fantastic.
And Ben can maybe just copy that as well. Do the same thing.
Yes,
what
I've
do is,
shared the multi-view.
I was going to watch one stream on my phone and then the other stream on my TV from the Xbox.
Perfect.
You can do that, but we do have a multi-stream
Yeah,
available.
no, I was looking at that. It's a little bit too small on my phone though.
You can
But to be
zoom.
honest, guys, obviously,
You can zoom.
once the race actually starts, I'm
But you
probably
can,
going to
but
go
here's the
back
thing:
to
you can
my
do the
drivers.
you can do the multi-view if stream as well via the Twitch app.
Oh right, brilliant! I didn't know that.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys.
No problem.
Yeah, once the actual race starts itself, though, I'm probably going to go back and assist my drivers with any information that they require during the race. Though.
Being the good manager that you are.
Exactly. Yeah, they're raping me with game invites, and I'm like, you can wait.
It's your time to shine.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to this race. It's
Ben,
France
it's
is
nice
always an
having
interesting
you.
one.
Thanks
I enjoyed
for-
it. I will
Yeah,
pop
thanks
along
for joining.
for some more. Or the season comes to an end. It'll be good. Hopefully we can have another Ferrari party.
Yeah,
Ferrari
why
party.
not?
And just a reminder, Ben, how many different nationalities are you managing at this present moment?
3, I believe. No, 4.
Wow.
So all 4 drivers that you're currently managing are all from
well,
a different time zone or a different nationality, yeah?
Yeah, different nationalities. Because obviously I've got the 4 drivers, and then I have an actual but it's
Yeah,
different nationality, but same time zone. So.
Very nice. And what are those nationalities?
Do you know what? I got Gary, which I believe is South African.
South African, yeah.
Yeah. Panagiotis, I'm not too sure, to be honest. And then I've got Gary
he's,
and Lee, which are obviously English.
Panagiotis, that looks like Finland. What is that blue flag?
I think it is.
Panagiotis.
Or no, Sweden. Is it
That's-
Sweden?
Swedish, eh?
Well, who were we looking
Sweden.
at, yeah.
Assist.
I think
Finn.
Finland
That's
is just
Panagiotis.
white
That's
with the yellow,
Greece,
isn't it?
guys. That's Greece.
Greece. Terrible, terrible at geography. And then obviously I have JBL, which is English slash
English,
Chinese.
but,
Yeah,
Chinese, yes.
Yeah. So, but
Give me
it
Chihuahua.
doesn't, the time difference doesn't make a lot, because obviously 3 English, well, four of us in the UK time zone. Gary is only an hour ahead or behind.
Ahead. We are ahead in South Africa, so when you finish brushing your teeth, we are already at work. To put it in that sense.
Well,
This is weird for me, I must say this is like really weird for me, to talking to people all over the world and watching people all over the world at the same time, but still, for them it's a different time.
Yes,
in essence, we've got a time machine going on here, guys.
Why?
We have
Why?
a time
Explain.
machine here.
it's
Yeah,
like I
because
joined.
I'm already a day, I'm ahead. I've been there, he's still coming. You understand what I'm saying, Ivan?
Yes, yeah, well, there is that sense of our voices
Time
traveling
travel.
forwards and back and forth in time. I mean, we're talking to you, and you're an hour ahead of us, so we've gone forwards in time. We've traveled
I'm
in time.
older
and
than
you.
I'm an hour older than
Only
you,
on
Ivan, at
Tuesdays,
this point.
man. Only on Tuesdays.
It's crazy. You don't think about the time differences sometimes. It's like I do events, and my day's coming to an end while theirs is just starting. Like, oh, I've wasted my whole day.
Like, come on, boys.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they say you
But
can't go
it's-
back in time, but if you take a flight now to the anti-clockwise around the world, you are in essence going back in time.
Yes and no.
Well, you can do
I
it
wonder
fast
if I
enough.
got like an evening flight from the UK to
Well-
America. When I get there, it'll be the same sort of time. So would I take gone back in time?
Or
Exactly.
would you have stayed? Would you have procrastinated or gone in limbo? Because if you fly there,
You pause.
it's roughly the same time. You've paused time.
Yeah. So
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you do the flight fast enough and you land there 10 minutes prior to your own time that you left your home country, you went back in time 10 minutes.
Yes.
Actually,
Exactly. Yes.
how cool is this?
Right.
So you could be actually getting younger from your voice to us because technically you're going back in time.
Nah. Pushing your luck a bit there.
Anyway, guys, it has been a full pleasure joining you for this
Okay,
evening.
I'm going.
Gonna-
Yes, Ben, thank you very much.
I've
We're
had to
looking
drop
forward
out of
to
the
having
lobby
you
so
tomorrow
the
night in
driver
the
can
race.
go.
Well, if Gary gets on the podium, I'll join him for his interview.
Perfect.
Or
And
if
then
any of
if that-
any of my boys, I'd say Gary, if any of my boys get on the podium, I'll join them for their interview.
For sure. And then tomorrow night, eh? Tomorrow night,
Oh,
we're gonna
yes,
be,
yeah.
I'm going to be joining you on the grid. You and Ivan.
Oh yes, we shall.
Yes.
I'll take your toe again.
You're more than welcome.
Help me
I've
out
got
loads,
to
I
contend
think
with
it was
my
brilliant.
teammates as
Exactly.
you can see Caesar playing the rivalries on the group earlier with the news clipping that there's tensions at McLaren.
So I've
They
noticed.
fight
Yeah,
over
te-
drivers, actually.
Yeah, rumors of tension at McLaren, but I think with what Caesar's trying to do there, he's trying to make this league feel more realistic.
Yes, because it's not just about the driving, you know, it's about the whole rivalries, you know, friendships. You know, if you have to look at the real thing, I mean, take Lando Norris, Alex Albon, George Russell, Leclerc, they're all back from Formula 2 days. I mean, they all raced together for basically most of their lives. You know, so there is that friendship that comes along to play. So, yes, I think Caesar's trying to just give it that realism feel, you know. You get to know the drivers as, you know, how they mingle in between the teams.
Yeah. But I know a few leagues, and I must say that, you know, without a shadow of a doubt, this is the best league that I've ever come
Williams,
across.
me an invite there, please.
Saying
I
how
don't
come
feel
there's
like
only
it, though.
14 drivers of 22 in the lobby? Oh yes. I'm gonna
Because a
jump
new
on
one
that.
started again. There was a new
Oh.
one started.
Oh, we've had to
again.
start another new lobby.
Yeah. Did you receive the
okay.
invite there, Kenzie? I sent the
Yeah,
file
No,
as
I've
well,
got
I
the
think.
game
Callum
view.
as well.
I did.
Just for myself.
There we go.
If I'm required to leave, though, I will. I will leave.
No, party you can probably stay in.
Yeah, no, the party. We'll see what happens here, but I will join. Like,
Okay.
Wow, we've got a lot of spectators. We've got the 3 spectators.
Yeah, but we're gonna need to.
4
we're
spectators.
We're gonna need Ben and Ivan to drop out of the lobby until.
yeah, they go. I'm
until
leaving
we
it now.
get, a
So
couple of the times.
if there is a spare seat though, can I get an invite back? Obviously, I'll leave.
I'm sure you could. I've got
Yeah,
the
guys,
multi-stream,
there's a
so...
message. There's a message on the chat. Sorry to interrupt, Ivan. There's a message on the chat. One of the spectators have to leave.
Yeah, then it...
Yeah, I already have. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're only 2.
well, there's 3 of us now, but I'll drop out now.
Okay. That's from Caesar.
Oh bloody adverts.
Adverts on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
At the
Stream is
start.
progressing, guys. It's becoming like a professional.
That is
stream.
quite annoying now.
But the moment you get
It's when you've seen it,
advertisements
like,
on
a
your
thousand
streams and your
times.
videos, then you know this has achieved something. There's so many views, there's so many viewers, so many viewing hours that's been done on your stream. So it in essence it tells you you've achieved something on your stream. It's just not a video going out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, really, because you only get to play adverts on your streams once a certain criteria has been met. You need a certain amount of hours being viewed. You need a certain amount of viewers on average on your streams in order to get that perk that you can advertise on the stream. So, well, thank you to the viewers because they made that possible.
Ah, I see.
This is very true.
Right, anyway guys, I am going to go jump back to my drivers. I
Sure.
hope this is going to be an eventful race and I enjoy listening to your commentary.
Perfect stuff. Thank you, Ben. Thank you again.
You're more than welcome. Take care guys.
Thank you.
Nice.
Good luck. What a lovely chap.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
And he was quite open about the Ferrari team from a management point of view.
Yes, he was. He was really quite informative to his experiences.
Quite the opposite of Benotto, won't you say, Ivan?
Yeah, quite the opposite.
I just had to say that, right? Have you seen his interview this afternoon? Oh yeah, you missed it. You were traveling.
Yeah, I was traveling.
Not want to give anything away.
Okay, well, please don't. But you're more than welcome to elaborate.
No, it was just. No, I'm saying he didn't want to give anything away. You know, it was that short answer on every question. Toto again. You know, he elaborated. He said, "No, the Ferraris are quick and congratulations to them, and they have a new aero package and blah blah blah." And Benotto is just like, and
All this
but-
from qualifying earlier.
yeah. Say again, Kinsey. Are you asking how it was, or sorry, I didn't hear you quite there.
Was it, no, I'm guessing this is regarding qualifying in Singapore earlier today.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, Charles Leclerc 3 in a row, and five pole positions this season.
Yeah,
Well, you know what? He's tasted his first win, and now he's going to chase them. He's going to chase them hard.
Well, he got a proper taste of victory 2 weeks ago in Monza, after, well, obviously because of what happened in Belgium.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, correct. That's correct. The thing is, though, I've been discussing this with Ben when we just started the first stream before we had technical issues, and it seems like Ferrari is now. I won't say it's too late, too little. I won't make that statement as yet, but it seems like at this stage of the championship, they look comfortable. It looks like they feel comfortable because it seems like the development is starting to come in now.
Yeah, because they mentioned during the qualifying build-up, they did mention that that Ferrari did bring a major aerodynamics upgrade, especially mainly for the front wing.
Yeah, have you seen the difference between the Monza wing and this wing? There's a lot of extras on that wing, and the floor also.
Yeah.
Yes. They actually hit the right track with the right aero, with the right upgrades.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When is Mercedes gonna bring their stuff out? We haven't seen them make any major changes yet.
Well, you know that they've got it quite right, you know.
Do you think they have ace up their sleeve for later on, Ivan?
I'm sure they do. That final drive
Well, I
for
hope
those
so.
points.
Well, they're quite far ahead, hey. They're really far ahead.
They do have some breathing space.
And there we go. We've got the full grid.
Perfect. Now we just
Now
need
it's
to
just a
figure
case
out
of-
is the grid been set up or
I was about to.
Or this.
I think that's in the process of happening as we speak.
yeah. So just to the viewers again, welcome to Talk of the Devil League. It's round 7 in Circuit Paul Ricard, France. We had some technical difficulties from Q1 up until now where we're doing a custom grid. We will be going live shortly, I believe, Kenzie.
Yeah, we should be getting underway in a few minutes' time because it's going to be straight on to the race. A 100% race distance compared to the 25% which I had earlier for the Elite League. Only 4 drivers turning up, and it was pretty much lights. It was pretty much lights to flag. Owen Lewis took pole position by over a second, and a little bit of last lap drama as Hubert ended up spinning at turn 10, going all the way down to 3rd, and despite that still managed to take 2nd because of time penalties, and Owen had done just enough to not only take the checkered flag but still get the win.
Well, that's interesting. Only 4 drivers for the lead. What was there any issues?
I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out soon enough. One of the drivers that said they were gonna be racing this evening. One of the drivers that said they were going to be racing this weekend didn't actually show up. So that could end up potentially being a penalty for them for the next race in Austria next week.
Well,
And Austria being a track that is really nice and smooth on the car, it's not one of the tracks that you really want to ban on.
Oh, absolutely. It's the shortest. I'm gonna say, yeah, that's the shortest track on the calendar based on lap time.
If I may, I'm not a big fan of Austria because, hear me out, right, left.
I'm listening.
Right, left. That's what you do on Austria. It's a bit monotonous, isn't it? On Austria.
That is true. But one advantage
No, I
of
don't
it
find
being
it
Austria
monotonous.
one advantage of it being One advantage of it being Austria next weekend for me is that it gives me a chance to transition into using a steering wheel instead of relying on a controller.
Okay,
Oh,
so Shay, what
nice.
happened? Did you get a steering wheel? Did you upgrade?
Well, I'm gonna be getting a steering wheel at some point over the next week because my left thumbstick's been causing issues for me while I've been practicing. Because what's happened is
We've got a new
doing some
championship leader
practice
coming
on-
up here.
doing some practice on this circuit, folks. My left thumbstick started playing up that at sometimes it gets to a point where I'm on a straight. I'm not using the thumbstick in any way. I'm just leaving the thumbstick as it is, and the car just slowly turns to the left by
Yeah, they
itself
call it
with no
drifting.
input from me whatsoever.
They call it drifting on your remote.
Yeah, it drifts over. And that's where
Yeah.
Which is one.
you got to
which will be-
increase your
which
dead
is one of
zone.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to be focusing on getting a steering wheel over the course of the next week.
Well
But
done,
nevertheless,
Kinsey.
here we.
Oh, yes, okay. Well,
Nevertheless,
Kenzie, take
it
over, sorry.
is- Thank you very much, Willem. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is round 7 of the Devil Main League. We are live at the Paul Ricard circuit in France. It's a great country and a great circuit. Population of over 67 million people, slightly more than the UK. Got 27 different regions. One of those regions being Corsica, which was the birthplace of Mr. Napoleon, no less. The circuit opened up in April of 1970, April 19th to be exact, and 7 times in the circuit's history that the circuit has, the winner of the circuit, the winner of that year's race has gone on to win the championship. One of those drivers being Alain Prost, the most successful at this circuit, 4 wins in his career. The same number of world championships as well, coincidentally. And it's a 3.6 mile circuit, 2 DRS zones. We've got 15 corners to take care of. 6 to the left and 9 to the right. Some of the action zones to look out for. Turn 1, Bottas versus Vettel. Great battle between them in last year's race. Same with turn 8 with that long DRS straight between Raikkonen and Ricciardo. And of course, turn 10 I mentioned earlier with Hubert spinning out on the last lap of the elite race earlier this evening. Turn 11 as well, Ricciardo versus Vettel. 3 tyre compounds this weekend. It is the middle batch of compounds, the C4 for the soft, the mediums, the C3, and the C2 is the hard. So this is the grid. We've got. It is an all Red Bull front row. It's been a while since we've had one of those in Formula 1. Caesar on pole position with Kieran, his teammate, alongside him. The 2 McLarens. It's been a while since we've seen them near the front. Callum, his best qualifying performance, equaling his best qualifying performance of the season so far, with his teammate Jamie alongside him. Then you've got JBL in the Racing Point, 5th place for him. Great performance from him. Then you've got Dean Harrison in 6th place. Then you've got the 2 Ferrari, 7th and 8th, Gary Braddock and Panagiotis. Anthony Waddington, the first of the Williams, and you've got Stephen Harrison, our championship leader. Not a good qualifying performance from him, but that is the top 10. Then looking down the rest of the grid, you've got John Taylor in the Alfa Romeo with Jorge alongside him in 12th. Michael Booker in the 2nd, Williams in Gareth Lambourne in 14th, Matt Dixon 15th, Gregor Telford in 16th for the 2nd Racing Point. Joe Newman in the 2nd Toro Rosso with Jimmy alongside him. And then rounding up the grid, you've got Lee in the Renault in 19th. And we have got, what's his name again? We've got Shant Tarpinian in the Alfa Romeo in last place. So it's going to be an interesting race this. You're looking
Well
at
done on
roughly,
remembering all of those names.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
have
it-
to say.
Yeah, I had to go through my notes to see who the last guy was. But time-wise for pit stops, you're looking at roughly 29 to 30 seconds for a pit stop round here to be able to make the pit stop, change your tires, and maintain position on the track.
Oh, that's a long pit stop.
And we're looking at 11 to 20 laps on the softs, 13 to 23 on the medium, and 30 to 43 on the hard tyres as the last of the drivers ready up.
Willem, will you concentrate on the bottom half of the grid, please, with your camera view?
I will definitely do
Go,
so.
and it is race time in France. Pretty much start from this. Oh my word! One of the Ferraris has already lost part of their front wing. It's Panagiotis. Panagiotis has already lost part of his front wing. The Red Bulls getting away very quickly now. Yellow flags in sector 1 already. All falling apart for Panagiotis. Yellow flags in sector 1 again. What's happened to Steven? Oh my goodness me! Championship leader and Panagiotis having a horrific start. Sarpinian, meanwhile, he's managed to make a few places off the start. Oh my word, that is absolutely disastrous for not just Steven, but Panagiotis. Steven not having been qualifying and a very bad start to the race. Unbelievable. Joe Newman getting past Gareth Lamborn, meanwhile.
Gary Braden is
Here we
sitting in
go.
10th place.
It's not a good start for the Ferraris. Not a good start for the Ferraris. Here you've got Dean. He's had a flying start. He's on the back of Kieran. He's going to go around the outside. Is he going to try and do the switchback? Not on this occasion. He's going to try and get him on the main straight here. This is going to be very exciting to see how this plays out. And oh, hang on! What has happened to Steven? What has happened to Steven? He spun it, and it's all falling apart.
He had an incident with Newman.
Can this day get any worse? Michael Booker in the pits, but nevertheless, the order at the end of lap 1. Caesar leads, Dean up into second, Kieran third, Al fifth, Waddington sixth, Jamie seventh, Holgate eighth, Taylor ninth, and Gary rounding up the top 10.
Yeah, the bottom 10 is all mixed up. Energy Hart is losing 7 places, and Stephen Harrison also losing 8 places in just the first lap.
And interestingly, you've got Panagiotis still staying out despite his. Panagiotis staying out despite his front wing damage. The front wing, it's the right hand side of his front wing. Part of that's gone, and you can see he went wide on that corner. He's gonna need to change it at some. He's gonna need to change it. Technical issues for Jorge already. Garrett's getting up to Gary Bradding getting up into 9th place. Gary will definitely have a points prove after losing points to Stephen over the last few races.
I'm on board now with Panagiotis, trying to see if he will be pitting or not. He's really struggling.
Oh, there we go. So, yeah, while that's happening, Dean trying to get past Caesar for the lead. He almost got it in turn 1, but went wide. He's going to have another run into the came to turns 4 and 5. And you've got the two right-handers of turns 6 and 7. It's going to be DRS down the back straight. Meanwhile, here we go. He's going to be within touching distance. Kieran's within touching distance as well. There's the DRS. Is Dean going to get past Caesar? Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, he almost spins it. Caesar keeps Dean behind him. How's he done that? How done that. And there he goes. Oh, Woo! Just he did a Daniel Kvyat, went for the torpedo. He took full advantage and he just shot past and away. It's a start for Dean.
Oh!
Something's happened to John Taylor.
John Taylor is connected.
Yeah, I think one of the Renaults had issues as well.
Gareth.
I think.
It's Gareth.
Yeah, I think Gareth might have lost part of his front wing. As a result of that, yes, he has. The left-hand side is left. Yeah, the left. And Panagiotis does come in. He's going to need to change the wing. There he goes. But instantly onto another set of socks. Gareth in the pits as well. He'll be changing his front wing. And oh, yellow flags at sector 3. What would those yellow flags have been for? Nevertheless, Waddington right on the back of Jamie for 6th place. That is not that Panagiotis would have wanted, but Stephen, meanwhile, he's doing well. He's getting slowly but surely.
I'm on board with John Taylor. He's behind Telford. I think for 14th at the moment. It's a three-way battle, to be honest. The Haas also in the mix.
Yeah, because you've got Jimmy in the mix there as well. Waddington, interestingly, not electing to use his DRS. He's going to try the outside of turn 1. That's a bold move, DRS. You could almost certain that if he did use the DRS, he would have taken 6th place from Jamie with ease. Matt Dixon getting past Tarpinian, meanwhile. Yellow flags in sector 1. And Wallington going to have another run at Jamie. And you just saw in the shot there that he's got Callum about a couple of seconds ahead of him. There you go, he just went past the shot there. Not quite able to get past on this occasion. And there's Gary right back. A couple of seconds down the flat out through turn 10. And this is Waddington just going through turn 11 now. That's where Huber in the elite race lost earlier this evening.
John Taylor right on the rear end of Telford.
And Stephen
Really
just
trying
got
to...
Dixon.
Oh, great touch! Oh!
On the final corner. Any coupling damage? Doesn't look like there was any.
No, nothing. Just make the turn on the inside.
Stephen and Matt Dixon, meanwhile, battling. Matt Dixon with a time penalty for cutting the corner there. Caesar.
Well, your guy is also battling for 12th.
Jorge with Tarpinian. And there we go. Stevens with ease. And you've got to think with Caesar getting past Kieran without much difficulty. You've got to think, was that a team coming in at this early stage?
Yeah, that's a bit early, eh? That's a bit early. I mean, not even 10 laps gone yet in team orders.
Was it in Jamie, like Waddington earlier, electing not to use DRS down the main street, but he is close to the ball. So it looks like it's going to be a case of battling amongst themselves while Dean continues to extend his lead. He's already 4 seconds ahead.
Still battling for 14th.
Yeah, we're at 7 now. Kieran, not within touching distance at the moment, but Stephen, meanwhile, gets past. But you've got to think, even with that overtake, Joe Newman 7 places from the start. Tarpinians, despite being at the back of the grid, already 12 places off the start. Started 6th, 5 places off the start, and he's now leading the race.
I think he missed a lot of carnage in the beginning to get that position.
And that's one of the keys to being a great driver, to being able to avoid as much carnage as possible.
Gary Bradley is right on the gearbox of Anthony Waddington.
Yeah, he's going to go for it. There he goes. Tries the outside of turn 1. Shuts the door on him. There you go. Just like that. Gary into 7th. A little further up the road, meanwhile, the 2 McLarens battling amongst each other. Now, there was rumours I saw earlier. There were rumours of some tension between the McLarens.
For the Extreme 1 League.
Yes, well, no tension, just us having a bit of a miscommunication in the last race. But you might be teammates. You've got your own race going. I wasn't going to sabotage my race for my teammate.
Yeah, well, you need to prove that you're faster than your teammate in order for your teammate to just get by and give him the position. He needs to prove that he can, he's faster.
Yeah, so that's all it was, folks. Just rumours.
Well, yes, and it took him quite a few laps to catch up.
And Jamie, meanwhile, able to keep Callum behind him.
Well, we've got the 2 Renault drivers battling it out for 18th at the moment, with Gareth and Lee battling for 18th.
Yeah, Stephen just got the fastest lap of the race, meanwhile.
Oh, they touch! The 2 Renault drivers touched.
And Gareth able to get the position.
That could have easily been a team DNF. That was extremely close.
Absolutely, Callum right in the gearbox of, but not him yet. But Wallington right on the back of Gary Braddon, they're back of the shot there as they go through turn 10. We're approaching lap 10 already. Interesting to see how this first stint plays out. Interesting the McLaren's elected to start on the medium tyres compared to some of the front runners starting on the softs.
Well, and the battle continues for 14th with John and Telford. It just seems that the Racing Point has got a little bit more power just to stay ahead.
Indeed, it's interesting that you've got essentially 3 sets of teammates battling each other on the track. You've got up front, you've got Caesar and Kieran battling for second place in the Red Bulls. We've just been witnessing the battle between Jamie and Callum in the McLarens for 5th, and we've got Willem focusing just there on the battle between Gareth and Lee, only for 18th place, but it's a battle regardless.
Yeah, I'm on board now with John battling for 14th position. It seems like his ERS management is letting him down. He's staying on the back of Telford in the racing point. But on the stretch, he's losing too much of that ERS. He can't get enough to just get by.
Indeed, yeah, we've just had Wallington just get past Gary Braddon again, but Gary right on the back of him again. Gonna try round turn 11. And he gets through without much trouble. This will be a great battle towards the end of the race if it continues.
Michael Booker almost connecting the rear end from Lee. He had to swing out and go off the track to avoid the incident.
That could have ended badly.
That could have been the end of the race for both of these riders. And he was
Absolutely.
on his gearbox.
JBL just getting a time penalty there. And Matt Dixon, he's coming in. That's his first stop of the day. He's done well to get those tyres bang on 11 laps. But it's a front wing change he's getting. That's interesting. Now, what front wing damage could he have had to cause him to get the front wing change?
Interesting, but is it surprising?
Yeah, because you're always guaranteed at least one front wing change at the end of the first lap in these races. Wallington still battling Gary for 7th meanwhile. Gary, sorry.
John right on the gearbox. So this is gonna last for ages.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah, that's going to be one of those battles that isn't anytime soon.
And if you look at it, Kenzie, it seems that they've swapped places since the race started. Telford being up and John being 3 places down, respectively.
That is very interesting now that you mention it. But of course, one of the men that's on the charge right now is Tarpinian in the Alfa Romeo. He started at the back of the grid, but is now up into 11th and could potentially challenge for the points pretty soon.
Well, he just lost a place to Jorge. Jorge managed to get the overtake done. But he's not off to hook yet.
Yeah, Tarpinian still on the back of him. Stephen, meanwhile, back up into the top 10.
These guys are doing it to one another.
Yeah, Tarpinian right on the back of
having
Jorge.
DRS.
Going to try the outside of the corner. Is he going to make it stick? It is. And Tarpinian does make it stick. Indeed, while Dean front run into the pits. Another set of softs. And JBL in the pits as well. That means the Red Bulls lead.
John
what a-
Taylor can't manage to get past Telford.
Michael Booker with a time penalty. Meanwhile, Braddon, Stephen, they're all in the pits.
Seems like the tire strategies are starting to play out now at the moment.
Absolutely, Stephen. Everyone that's going into the pits right now has elected to go back out onto another set of soft tyres. That's an interesting strategy call.
Yeah, I would have thought they've gone for the mediums. We do have a few drivers on the mediums. Two McLarens on being on the mediums, with Telford as well. And with this, the majority is on softs.
Yeah, that is well, like I said, it's a very interesting strategy call on them, and so we just saw Callum there getting ahead of his teammate Jamie into third. What's been seen with the way we've been seeing Callum racing with his teammates so far.
Telford spinning it around just as Anthony passed him.
My goodness me. I'd say, yeah, as I was about to say before we got cut off there, Callum, with the way his teammate Jamie, it's as if he has for the couple of races that he wasn't racing in due to medical reasons. It's as if he hasn't been away.
Coming back as strong as ever.
What a comeback performance it would be. He did okay in Canada last time out, but wasn't really. He was a bit unhappy with how he did. We've got John Taylor and Jimmy. They are both in the pits. Meanwhile, Jimmy going on to a set of medium.
We've got a wing change for John. He's going for the softs.
That would have probably been from his incident with Gregor earlier on in the race.
Telford, yes.
And Kieran
Well, John's
in the
got
pits.
Gareth now on his gearbox.
Yeah, Kieran is in the pits. Meanwhile, 14 laps on those tyres. He's done well to get them to last as long as he has. And Kieran onto a set of mediums. Yellow flags in sector 1, and oh, that was one of the Williams, Michael Booker.
So, Kenzie, interesting enough, you mentioned that, Paul Ricard has such a great history within the Formula One world. But this track is a new track. This is a young track. It's been revamped recently over the past few years, having the design and the layout being all to do with the runoff areas.
Well, sorry to cut, but we'll get into that just shortly. But I've just seen on the screen there, Panagiotis is out of the race. What on earth happened there?
I'm trying to find.
And a virtual safety car is out. He must have put it into the wall. He must have put it into the wall after the first chicane. But nevertheless, like I said, virtual safety car is out. We've got Caesar and Callum taking advantage of this by coming in for essentially a free pit stop. But Dean gets back into the lead. Gary Braddon, a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Jamie in the pits as well. There we go. Yellow flags in sector 3 now. Oh my
This has been
goodness
spiced
me.
up.
Yeah, and whoa, Jorge with a time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh, that's one of the most frustrating penalties to get.
Yep.
Oh, green flags, we're racing again.
Indeed we are. Jamie's still in the pits. Jamie's still in the pits. Jorge in the pits as well. Onto a set of mediums. But Dean is back in the lead of the race. We're on to lap 16.
Well, to our opinion, in the meantime, is right on the gearbox of Matthew Dixon. And he's going to get the benefit of DRS. And he disconnected.
It's not what he would have wanted.
Nope.
But nevertheless, what's interesting is on my screen right now, even though Caesar is on different tyres,
The game is showing you different to the tyre.
Well, no, what it is, it's showing up as if he's not made a pit stop. When he took advantage of the virtual safety car, came in to change his tyres, but the timing screen is showing up as if he's not made a pit stop at all.
Oh yes. Well, on my side, I can see he's one lap on the mediums.
So he has
there's
definitely made a stop.
Yep. And
Definitely made a stop.
it's 8 seconds, almost 9 seconds behind Deacon Harrison.
Callum, meanwhile, right in the back of JBL for 4th place. He's got his former teammate about 6 seconds down the road.
Newman, in the meantime, is challenging Gary Braden for 9th place, only being 5 tenths off, and he's on the mediums. Gary on the softs.
That is very interesting indeed.
And Gary's tyres is the same age as Newman's mediums, both being 4 laps old.
But of course, you've got to bear in mind the soft tyres do wear out a lot quicker. Callum, meanwhile, getting past JBL for 4th place without much difficulty.
Yellow flag sector 3.
That would have been for somebody going wide. Newman on the back of Gary Braden, meanwhile, will be hoping to take full advantage with his DRS.
Well, John Taylor on his way to pass Tarpinian, that's just reconnected now, lost the position to his teammate there. His car is still ghosting. I suspect he will be in his car soon.
Yeah, So it's, yeah, we're approaching half distance already. Dean's still in the lead, Caesar second, Kieran third, Callum in fourth, JBL fifth, Stephen managing to get back up into sixth. A good drive from him so far. Jamie seventh, Waddington eighth, Gary Brad in ninth, and Joe Newman rounding up the top 10.
Alright, Top Opinion has joined back.
That's great to know. Stephen in the Mercedes has the fastest lap of the race so far, 604, sorry. The fastest lap outside of the top 10 is John Taylor, the only man outside of the top 10 to get into the 137s. So there's a bonus point for the fastest lap of the race and a bonus point for the fastest lap outside of the top 10.
Which goes to Telford as it stands.
No, it's actually John Taylor that has the fastest lap outside the top 10. Gregor has done a 139.2. Telford, his fastest lap's a 139.2. John Taylor's is a 137.6.
I'm on board with Matthew Dixon battling for 11th place in the horse.
Yeah, battling Gregor in the racing point. Long right-hander of turns 10 and 11, and then here we are through turn 12.
The Racing Point's got some power behind them with that Mercedes engine down the straights.
So he's definitely going to have that to his advantage, even with Matt Dixon trying to use the DRS to try and get past Gregor, almost right into the back of him.
He's going for the move, cutting the corner there, but
he makes it stick.
whoa! They touched, they collide, they touched. Matthew Dixon just closing the door there when it matters.
Matt Dixon has been Matt Dixon, a very aggressive driver since the start of the season. Gregor getting past him.
Matthew Dixon not trying the dive bomb there, just trying to stick with it. Trying to get a good exit here because you can catch the slipstream.
Very good exit. And like I said, he's been a very aggressive driver since coming onto the scene this season. He was my co-commentator for last season. And he's not able to get past Gregor on this occasion. And again onto the back of him, and he forces Gregor into a spin. The aggression pays off.
Does it? And did it, Kenzie? That will certainly become one of the incidents
that is gonna
to be discussed.
That will definitely be a talking point. And I think Gregor lost part of his front wing as a result of that incident. Hopefully he didn't, but otherwise he's in the pits now.
Well, he's in the pits right now.
It's just a regular stop.
And they're not changing. They're not changing the wing. His wing is 100% fine.
Straight onto a set of softs.
He will not be happy in that seat right now.
If I was in his position, I would not blame him.
Will that, Kenzie, will that be a racing incident in your book?
Well, I was keeping track of the incident. I was watching it on my end. So yeah, I think that will definitely be Another case of Dixon's aggressive driving being too aggressive in some drivers' eyes, especially in Gregor's case on this occasion, because Matt Dixon's aggressive driving has led to him receiving penalties throughout this season so far. I wouldn't be surprised if he got another one after this race. Stephen, meanwhile, right on the back of JBL's Racing Point. Is he going to get past? Both powered by the Mercedes engine. JBL keeps the door shut on him. We have another run down to turn 10. Things better of it. There's going to be a great battle between these two. Stephen's done really well to get back up to the front where he belongs. And oh, JBL goes wide on that corner there. Stephen couldn't take full advantage. That was round turn 12, round 13 now. And Gregor gets a time penalty.
The works team right on the gearbox.
Here he goes. DRS open. Going to try the outside of turn 1 so that he can get the inside line of turn 2, but not able to take full advantage. And oh, JBL goes wide! Can Stephen take advantage? Not yet. He gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting meanwhile.
This looks like a good battle.
Yeah, absolutely. A great battle between the two.
Stephen definitely going to make it go now. Making the move.
Again, it's on the outside. JBL had the advantage. And oh, wait a minute, what the? What
He passed.
How did he manage that?
He got past.
Steve?
How did we miss that?
Oh well, I was actually watching the battle. JBL must have made a mistake coming out of that chicane, and Stephen took full advantage.
Well, John Taylor just managed to pass your guy. In the meantime, being on the softs and the what? Well, they didn't pass each other. I think we might have a synchronization issue here again, Kenzie. In the meantime, Telford is challenging the horse for 15th place.
Gets down the back straight. And he gets past with ease.
Yo, that car flew past that pass.
He made it look easy. And again, Jorge with more technical issues. Yellow flags in sector 3. That would have been for somebody going wide, probably.
Dino Harrison coming off the better of the first half of the race. Leading the race.
Yeah, he's in the pits. Meanwhile, he's on to another set of softs. So it looks like it's going to be an aggressive 3-stop strategy from him today. While Caesar gets back into the lead. And Dean goes down to 3rd. It looks like the Red Bulls are going for a 2-stop strategy today. By the looks of things, Dean meanwhile going for a 3-stop. And yes, it will be a 3-stop for him because he's yet to use a second tyre compound.
Ooh, Tarpinian cut in the corner there. On the chase.
Gary
to
Braden in
Jorge
the pits.
13th. I do see some consistency issues here from a few drivers tonight, Kinsey. This being a nice flowy track, but still, the guys do seem to struggle to keep the lap times consistent and the lines entering and exiting the corners as well.
Yeah, I can vouch for these drivers as well because I've been practicing for my Extreme 2 race tomorrow night over the last couple of days, and even I've struggled to keep my lap times consistent. And try as I might, I can't seem to get my lap times down.
Well, I've also done some practicing for the Extreme 1 race tomorrow night, and it's not easy. I've done some time trial, and all my laps differ with 3 tenths, 2 tenths, 5 tenths at most. It's not easy staying consistent on this track, and I cannot say why. I just can't get to a reason why there's such a big difference between the different laps.
And Wallington in the pits as we hit the half distance point of the race.
Well, we've got Dean on the back of Gareth there, busy lapping
Just lapping him.
the back markers.
Yeah, he's really closing in on Caesar. And there's another back marker. Get out of the way. The Haas driver of Jimmy Gareth getting a time penalty meanwhile.
Gareth getting a time penalty there. He's going to be challenging for 16. Scott DRS. Oh, he's very close. Let's see what good exit he can get. Gary Brad in the meantime back into 14th. And Anthony Wallington passing Jorge with ease in that corner too.
Tarpinian into the pits. Dean with another fastest lap. He's really closing that gap on Caesar, and he's closing fast. He's already 2.5 seconds behind. Really got on board with him. Yeah, and I believe, yep, that is Caesar in shot. There he is. JDL in the pits again.
Jorge missing out on his overtake on Anthony, making the switchback stick.
Absolutely incredible. We're at the half distance point in the race so far. And this is the order. Caesar leading, Dean second, Q in third, Callum fourth, Stephen fifth, Gene sixth, JBL seventh, Newman eighth, Dixon ninth, Taylor rounding up the top 10.
Well, Gary Brennan being the last only driver for Ferrari on the circuit at the moment, running in 13th. It's only 2 seconds behind Jorge.
And Dean,
He will be pushing to get
past-
into the points.
and Dean gets past Caesar with so much ease. It's like a stroll in the park for him on a Sunday morning. Callum in the pits, another set of softs for him.
Well, Kenzie, I'm wondering now if I look at some of these drivers' pace. We did have a wet quali 1, but I wonder if they compromised their setups in such a way that they're struggling for pace on the dry.
That might more likely be the case because they weren't, because we had a similar issue in Australia at the start of the season, that it was a wet qualifying session but a dry race, and nobody was anticipating that happening.
Yes, that it catches you out, to say the least. Gary does make the overtake stick on John Taylor, but he's in the pits.
Yeah, John Taylor's gone into the pits.
So Gary up into 12th position now, 1.3 seconds behind Jorge in 11th. Jorge does still tend to put a challenge to Anthony in 10th. This might become a three-way battle.
Yeah, but Callum's starting to put some distance between him and his former teammate Stephen Harrison. There they are, both in short. That bright yellow helmet is very difficult to miss, even on a bright day like today.
Yeah. The opinion in the meantime is, well, he's, oh, how easy was that?
Probably as easy as Dean made it on Caesar, just making it look like a stroll in the park on a Sunday morning.
Jorge seemed to keeping the gap in touch with Anthony Waddington. Below a second for the last few laps already. Anthony being on fresh tyres, both on the mediums. Marco Bucca just getting out of the way there from Gary. Jorge ever closer now, just half a tenth between him and Anthony at the moment. Seems like he's posing to mount his challenge. And Anthony getting an extremely good exit there.
And Jorge has got Gary Braden bearing down on him as well. Jorge's going to have DRS on Waddington, but Gary has DRS on Jorge.
Oh, this is definitely becoming a three-way battle now. I do suspect that the reason why Gary seems to be struggling is because of maybe a setup issue in Q1. Because this is a Ferrari. The Ferrari should be very strong around here. Dino Harrison. Oh, Gary went into the wall.
Oh my word!
Gary went into the wall on the main straight.
Yeah, I
He's got
just saw
right
that in the back
wing
of the
finish.
I just
Right
saw that in
wing
the back of the
damage.
shot. I just saw that in the back of the shot. Yeah, that's his front wing damage. That's not gonna bode well for the rest of the race for him.
What happened there?
Well, who knows, but we need to see if we can try and get to the bottom of that one.
In the meantime, we've got a battle going on for 16th
Between
Renault
Gareth and Jimmy, I'm watching that. I'm looking at that battle just now. And
Gary
yo!
retiring.
Are you kidding me? On the back straight, heading up to turn.
I'm trying to find this.
What happened there? It was on the back straight, heading up to turns 10 and 11. And there he is!
And there
He's
the
in the
point.
wall! He's in the wall! He was going very slowly, and he ended up in the wall.
Oh my word.
That's the second race this season where we have Panagiotis having a bad start and ending up retiring from the race, and then his teammate following suit not too long afterwards.
That's odd. That's so odd. I can't seem to, I can't see why and what went wrong for Gary so quickly. Well, that's a turn of events. Both Ferraris out, and the only two cars to be out is the Ferraris out of this race. It seems like the Mercedes is going to capitalize on another race for the championship.
It might be a bit early to be calling it at this point, but I think that's it. I think that's it for the championship. I know we're still in the first half of the season, but I think that says we're done. I think the construct. I think you might as well hand Mercedes the. Whoa! My goodness me! What on earth happened to Jamie? Jamie had a massive spin, buried it in the wall, and somehow still going with a lot of front wing damage. But what I was about to say was, you might as well give Mercedes the Constructors' Trophy right now. But knowing my history with the commentator's curse, Ferrari could bounce back.
Oh! Gareth was spinning around as well.
And that was on, and that was coming out, and that was heading onto the main straight out of the last corner.
Yeah. Well, you say you can hand him the trophy, but there's only a few points out between the championship. This might turn around still.
Wait and see what happens with that. Jamie in the pits. Quite rightly so. That is easily a front wing change. What's he gonna go on to the end of the race? There's 19 laps to go. It's mediums to the end of the race.
Easy with the mediums. Oh, and Garrett's sprinted again. His tyres is cooked. He's got cooked tyres now. Can't see him having any grip in that car at the moment.
Yeah, but you've got to put it this way. If Mercedes managed to pull out a 1-2 from this, that'll be, with Steven having the fastest lap of the race, that'll be maximum points for Mercedes. That'll be another 44 points. So there'll be 120 points ahead of Ferrari in the championship.
Yeah, that's a big gap.
That's almost 5 wins.
Yeah, 5 wins, and then also to say that Mercedes is not going to DNF easily both cars in the next few races. So that's a big gap to make up.
And that will also mean, because both Ferraris are out of the race, Steven and Dean, the Harrison brothers, they can start making hay and start to put some distance between them and their Drivers' Championship contenders. I mean, bearing in mind Dean's 92 points behind in the standings at the moment, with Steven being 5th, he's gonna take another 12 points in the championship. And as I say that, Dean is in the pits. That's mediums on to the end of the race.
Caesar comfortably in second. He's basically having his own little race there in front. Just passing Dean down the pits. And as he passes, Dean gets out of the pits.
And it's a Red Bull 1-2 once again. But Caesar and Kieran will probably need to make a stop for fresh tyres pretty soon. They'll probably try and go onto softs for the remainder of the race to try and prevent Dean from getting that race win.
Yep. Kieran is going to be one of the first to be challenged by Dean. That gap going down very quickly. Jamie in 9, already on the back of Matthew Dixon.
Yeah, and while we're on the subject of Kieran, he's doing well for himself in the championship right now. He's up into 3rd in the championship already. That'll be interesting to see how this race result will affect the championship standings. What that will also mean is that
Jamie do.
Jamie. Let's check the season results. Yeah, Dean is closing that gap fast on Kieran. Jamie. I can't see his name at the moment. Oh no, there he is. He's had. I'm not sure what happened. Because according to the season results, it's only updated up to the Spanish Grand Prix. The Canadian Grand Prix hasn't been put in just yet. But 4th place and 7th place for Jamie. But he also got the fastest lap in Australia. So he's only got 20 points. This could be another good point for him. Another 2 points on the tally. You've got Callum, who's still in 4th. you'll probably need to make another pit stop to get to the end of the race. And Dean has just got past Kieran for second place.
Well, I've just asked Ben to join us in the commentary, just to speak to him a bit about the Ferrari's devastating race in France. Let's see if he joins us.
And as I say that, Caesar is in the pits. Caesar's just come into the pits now. Is it going to be soft tyres to the end of the race?
Hello,
Indeed
Ben.
it is.
Ben, is your audio included? Would you mind? Yes, please.
Someone's
Well,
been
it's
keeping-
coming, isn't
someone's
it?
been watching the stream.
Yes, well, no, actually, I've now got my own spectating seat, so I'm now actually just spectating my own race, but my audio is now included.
Well, Ben, just for the viewers, Ben joined us. His gamer tag is Lawless Cookie. He's the manager for the Ferrari team in TOTD Racing League. Ben, thank you for joining us. You probably suspect what we're going to be asking you, but
Yeah.
what happened with Ferrari today?
Oh, yeah, a bit of a very disappointing race for both of them. I'm not quite sure what happened at the start with Panajot. So there was an incident that I saw that will have to be reviewed, but they were both sort of complaining about setups weren't working properly and just not having the correct sort of race. I'm quite disappointed that Gary actually retired out on track after losing an end plate, but I think frustration probably got the better of them.
Would you say that it might have been setup related issues coming from a wet quality to a dry race?
Could be, but we had that sort of the break in between, didn't we? So when I went back and spoke to all my guys, I made sure that loaded setups before the race started, so they weren't sat there with defaults. So maybe the setup just didn't work as well as what they were hoping in the race. It's something that we will sit down and we'll have a conversation with over the weekend to see where we can amend.
At
because
a
it was-
stage, Gary was challenging Anthony Waddington, for a point standing in eighth place. And then it all just went sour.
Yeah,
Very quickly.
I was watching part of that on your guys' stream, and the thing is I'm so quick in a straight line. Gary catches them all up in the turns and gets DRS, but that Williams, I'd love to know what he's put in it, because it's definitely not a Mercedes engine.
Well, it did seem for us on the stream that the telemetry did show that he's managing his ERS very well, using most of his power on the straight and then minimizing the power in the corners.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's a disappointing race for the Ferraris. I like having quick drivers over one laps, but it's definitely gonna be a big kick in the constructors for the Ferraris. There has to be some work made up. Now,
Just having just the pits meanwhile the set of soft tyres. That'll be the end of the race.
we've also got Williams having party connection issues as well at the moment, but I'll stay for a bit longer because I'm also in my own stream. I was just watching Dixon going round.
at the pits. Let's see if I
But
can-
with the time, with the time that's left in the race, we're on lap 40. There's 14 laps to go, 13 after this. Caesar needs to catch Dean at roughly a second a lap to have any chance of battling for the race win. And at this point, it looks like it's a tall order.
I find that the softs go off very quick as well. So even if Caesar can manage to pull that gap down a bit, I don't think he's going to have much tyre life left to successfully do an overtake when Dean's still himself on fresh mediums to the end of the race. So this is a good turnout.
Yeah, but the interesting thing with both tyre compounds is that they've got very similar lifespans. The softs going 18 to 20 laps, and then the mediums 13 to 23.
I've not done much of a practice for 100% race distance, so this is different for me. I think, I can make my tyres last, say, 12-13 laps, but they're doing double the race distance that I do, so it's good to see that some of them really push their tyres. Like Gareth at one point was on a set of mediums doing almost 30 to 31 laps before he got to 1 mile, so it's quite an impressive stretch. Trying to find. A few more. Just there we go.
Jorge's just come into the pits, 25 laps on those mediums. He's done well to get them to last longer than the predicted lifespan of them. Callum, meanwhile, is back. Callum, meanwhile, battling JBL for 5th place. This has been a great battle between these two all race. And it looks like we're getting the latest chapter in that battle. Again, like a majority of drivers, Matt Dixon getting a 5-second time penalty for ignoring blue flags.
This is the second
Callum-
race, you know, and he's still fighting him now, even down the straight in the DRS, still fighting him.
You'd argue he's entitled to do so.
Well, the rule's very specific on blue flags, though. It gives you 3 warnings. You know, you don't specifically have to move out of the way straight away, but why fight someone that is... You're not going to gain any time, or... Blue flags, it's such a... well, it's a grey area, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a very grey area, and JBL almost forcing Callum off the track, resulting in Callum getting a time penalty. But nevertheless, Callum gets past JBL into 5th.
I like
gentlemen,
JBL's been
seems
having
like
a good race.
it seems like I'm having issues again with
did
Xbox
just,
Live issues in Formula
oh.
One.
I did just send you another invite. Hoping
Yeah,
that you can join it through that one.
It just gives me errors.
Another one then. This is what Callum was doing with me.
Spamming lots.
Yeah, basically, yeah, one of them will work eventually.
Let's have another try.
What battles have we got going out on track at the moment? Nothing particularly. John is quite close to... I don't actually know this guy's name. New Mandeli.
So that's Joe Newman.
Here you go, yes. John was quite rapidly approaching until he let some blue flags past.
Yeah, everyone up. Everyone from
12
Dean
and
down
13.
Yeah, everyone down. Everyone from Dean down to Jamie first 7th. They're the only drivers that are still on the lead lap. But Jamie is going to be next to be lapped very shortly, and there is Dean just coming through shots there. There's the blue flags waving for Jamie. He's going to starting to slow down to let Dean through.
That's
Right,
quite
I'm trying to
impressive to be
join back.
lapping the McLarens. Do you mean? Yep, it says you've joined.
There we go, Dean. There we go. Jamie moving out of the way.
Nice and clean. I like seeing the drivers cleanly move out of the way for blue flags.
Yeah, we've got Matt Dixon battling John Taylor for that last point paying position. Meanwhile, DRS wide open. Both powered by the Ferrari engine.
Yeah, everybody up to 6th place has officially now been lapped, and to be fair, it's not going to be long until he actually catches Jarbelu and laps him as well. It's big going to be the next.
Yeah, that would not surprise me at this point. But bearing in mind, you've got to make up. You've got to add another. You've got to get another half minute on JBL to lap him. With Dean Dean has now got the fastest lap of the race at 1:34.454, taking that away from Stephen. Matt Dixon battling John Taylor for that 10th place.
I was just looking at
Taylor
the
shuts the
fastest
door on him, and
laps
Matt Dixon
actually,
cuts the
because
corner. He's going to need to give the place back. He's going to need to give that place back, but he doesn't.
the fastest lap point outside the top 10 at the moment is going on to the Toro Rosso with I can never pronounce that game tag.
That's
Horgate, yeah,
1:35.5.
It's quickest lap outside the top 10 so far, so he's going to get the extra. Is it 2 points or 1 point in this league? I never remember.
Well, it's just you get the one point for the fastest lap of the race, and then there's a bonus point for the fastest lap outside the top 10, which was introduced midway through last season.
Yeah, because the game itself doesn't implement that, does it? It does the point for the fastest lap overall, doesn't it?
Yeah. But of course we don't, use the lead system that the game has.
Matt Dixon's still having
battling with
get out of my head.
Still being very aggressive.
He's probably gonna, knowing the way Matt races, this is gonna be a good old dive bomb going to appear here. Ooh, where's it going? Maybe not. I thought about it.
Not on this occasion.
John is very good at defending though.
Yeah. Saying to Matt, if you want this place, you're going to need to fight for it.
Well, that's racing, isn't it, gents?
Absolutely. Joe Newman, meanwhile, about a second behind Anthony Waddington in the Williams. But up front, the gap between Dean and Caesar is starting to go up. The gap's now up to 15 seconds.
Matthew Dixon just finding his brakes there behind John.
It's a very close battle between these two here. I'm hoping Matt will keep this clean.
I'm keeping a good eye on it.
Jimmy with the time penalty. Newman within DRS range of Waddington. Dixon will be within DRS range of Taylor.
This is where we're gonna, where you see that Williams speed in a straight line. He has DRS and still unable to make a move on him. Oh, Dixon with a penalty. Oh, what's he been doing, Mr. Naughty?
Well, that's not the first one.
Yeah, multiple warnings. Oh, Jar Bailey, I can invite him back actually.
JBL with technical issues. And Michael Booker with a time penalty as well.
There's a good comparison there for the Williams, because you've got Anthony in 9th and then his teammate down in 17th being lapped twice. It's quite a big comparison for two different teammates in the same car.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
Yes, and Newman defending from Waddington for 8th place, and Dixon still can't get past John Taylor.
Completely off the track here. Then they're quite rapidly also catching up. John and the Tauros are all slowly going to be having a little bundle fight, aren't they?
That is definitely going to make things very interesting.
I think with Anthony staying out as long as he has on those mediums, it's sort of almost pulled him down the field a little bit, hasn't it? With the guys all around him on fresher tyres.
Yeah, but Anthony just always finds a way to get pace. Doesn't matter in which car, what track, he just seems to find a way to get that pace he wants and needs.
Very true.
Yes, he never gives up. He's always giving it 100.
110%.
It's very good.
Yeah,
It's very
absolutely.
good. Of all the drivers here, not to talk down on anyone of the rest of the drivers, but Anthony is one of the drivers, top of my list, that I would have an eye on when I'm on the grid or on the racetrack. You know, he's one that you cannot count out of any race.
No.
You need to be
He's
wary
he's
of him.
Yes. He's very committed. He's always putting in like the practice for the tracks that he needs to do, and
He's there when it matters, basically, in short.
yes, yeah.
That's what
And he'll
makes him so
definitely punish you if you make a
dangerous.
mistake. He will be there to be like, oh, I will take that, thank you.
good. Yep. And
Oh,
also,
John
yeah,
and
looks like
Dixon still going on.
Yeah, looks like we've now got ourselves a fast approaching 4-train scrap now.
Oh,
Forecast.
Matthew Dixon's done it.
Forecast scrap.
He's
Oh, heads
spun
up.
it.
Oh,
still
my
doing
that
God.
was
donuts.
like mirrored synchron, and they're still fighting. They both spun, and they're still both going at it. This is dangerous to watch.
The aggressive driving is definitely something that Matt Dixon's going to need to work on to be less aggressive. But knowing Matt Dixon, he's just going to be keeping aggressive regardless.
He's a fighter.
It was definitely going to turn into an interesting scrap. Like you say, it was becoming a 3, 4, maybe a 5 car going for the last scrap for points there. Could have been an interesting battle.
Well, the Mercedes is a 1-3 at the moment with the 2-4 for the Red Bulls. So this is a good weekend again for those two teams.
I think all of them, for Mercedes, Red Bull and McLaren, it's all a very good points pick up for them, especially McLaren, 5th and 7th at the moment. That's a brilliant pick up for them.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, another great performance there from Callum as well. He's in 5th right now, so definitely proving he's still got the pace. He just needs the right car underneath him to challenge for those race wins.
Yeah, that McLaren car is definitely underestimated round certain tracks. It just goes to show when you put the right driver in it, it can be a special car again.
My favourite car to listen to is the Haas, especially driving it. I like the exhaust sounds. My favourite car to look at on track is McLaren because it's just a beautiful livery. But my favourite drive is the Mercedes.
I've not really driven the Mercedes particularly too much in this game. McLaren is definitely one of my favourites to drive. It's versatile, you can take it almost anywhere and it will perform. But my nicest looking one, especially for the new 4K graphics and everything, is the Alfa Romeo. That just, the colour contrast, especially when you're on the tracks with the lights. So like Singapore will be a good one for riding cars. They're going to look amazing under those lights. There was a few penalties that appeared there, but I didn't catch who they were. But Ant's definitely still fighting away here. Doesn't want to give that position up.
Yeah, well, so I'll go through the penalties that just came up. We had Lee with a 5-second time penalty, and then another one afterwards on the next lap. Newman with a 3-second penalty, and Lee with a 10-second penalty.
That will be for a big corner cuts then.
Absolutely.
10 seconds. Oh dear. Mr. Lee, wait till I speak to you.
Yeah. Driver of the day, guys?
Oh, it's going to be a tough one, this. I'm going to go for Callum or Caesar. I would like to say Dean, but I don't think his drive's been as well as the other two.
I'm on a totally different person than what you guys think. I'm for Newman.
Really?
Look at his results. It's him or
Dixon.
Stephen Harrison. Because Newman managed to clinch 8 places from the race start. So when you look at performance in percentage-wise, Newman had the best race of all these other drivers. Coming through the backfield, right into the points in 9th. So percentage-wise, that was the best performance of the race.
Yeah, looking at him now, he's even gained the most positions out of everybody. And he's could be a contender because he's still giving Anthony a good run for his money here.
Good go on the last lap. So I'm for Newman for that reason. Anthony just being on the inside here. That's close.
I'd like to have got a really good you know the camera view that's just by the exhaust on the back of the car. That would have been a really good view for that.
Yes.
For that then. You can't change that camera though. That only just gives you.
Broadcast and TV.
Yes.
Last lap for these two gentlemen. Newman fighting Wellington. No, yes, so yeah, my final answer will be Newman. Percentage on performance, I think he did the best out of all the drivers. He's right up there in the mix with the Toro Rosso. The only car that really beats him at this point is Anthony Wellington, and he's, it's not a big gap between these two. So yeah, there's my reasons for giving him driver of the day.
Well, Dean's just coming across the line now. His second win of the season. He wins the French Grand Prix. Not the best of qualifying sessions for him, but he's just still getting used to the Mercedes car. Great performance from him.
Well done.
Caesar coming around the final sequence of corners now. Started on pole. Great race from him. Second place. And then following suit. There he is. That's my driver of the day, Stephen Harrison. Not the best of qualifying sessions in the world, but it didn't stop him from giving it everything he had. Started outside of... he started 10th, and he's got himself onto the podium.
I think it was a great drive overall from everyone. I think it was a good race. A bit of strategies came into play. Yeah, right on the end there, Ben.
Yeah, I was watching the very last fight with Anthony, and he's not I really need to start learning some of the other drivers' names, but he lost the position to John. I'm guessing it was through time penalties that he had. So even though he was fighting, and at the end of the day, it all down to Luke, which is a shame.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But that was a very interesting race to watch.
Interesting.
Mostly quite clean. There wasn't a safety car, so
virtual. There was a virtual.
I did see that, but I don't count that. That's not a real safety car. That innit?
Why did I was about to say, why did I get the
Prost is
feeling...
on the podium.
I was about to say, why do I get the feeling Dean Harrison's driver looks like Alan Prost?
I just wanted to say, Alan Prost has returned.
How's about that?
Well done. Good man. And the penalties are to a minimum, guys. Did you see that?
It's very, very
Although we saw a lot,
isn't there? I always like to see the winner crossing the line with no penalties. That's always something, a good achievement for a 100% race distance, I find.
Yeah, that is a very good. And look at the time, 85 minutes and 56 seconds. 21 seconds behind in Caesar.
It's Dean the Bean with the fastest lap.
So he'll get the maximum
in the
26
top 10
points.
Holy shit, then. Dean, you're fast.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Good evening, guys.
There we go, we've got the whole podium with us.
Fantastic.
Congratulations to all three of you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
So here we go. Our podium with us this evening. Stephen Harrison in third for Mercedes, second for Red Bull Racing, Caesar. But our winner this evening, Dean Harrison. Dean, another fantastic race for you. That's 2 out of 2 for Mercedes for you.
Well, the bright side is, mate, Austria's next. That's going to be fun. And then I'm going for Stephen's seat. It's that simple. He needs to up his game.
Oh, you heard it here first,
Nah,
folks.
I'm joking.
It's coming. Get ready.
And we noticed on the podium that your driving avatar looks rather strikingly similar to that of the great Alain Prost.
Because he's been born in May. He's been born.
Very interesting. Very interesting. But nevertheless, from your perspective, how do you feel it went for you?
It was good, mate. To be fair, I've really spent probably about 2 or 3 hours on the track overall. And I don't know, for some reason, I just tweaked my setup and it worked. It was a pure one-off, just look at the draw kind of thing. Not gonna lie. It was fun from the Red Bulls as well. The lap or two that was with me. Other than that, it was quite a smooth sail victory.
Yeah, well, I'll say congratulations again on your win, Dean.
Thank you much, Lou.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Caesar, pole position, and you managed to translate that into second place. A great result for the Red Bull team this weekend.
Yeah, it was P2. It's my best result in Talk of the Devil. It was really, really good. Dean is super fast. I couldn't catch him even though he was in mediums and I was in softs. His strategy was really good strategy for a start. But yeah, I brought some points to Red Bull. That's my debut, and well, I'm really happy.
Yeah. There were concerns from other drivers that because of a wet qualifying and translating into a dry race, that the setup wasn't up to scratch for them. Were there any concerns on that end for you guys?
Not at all. I did quali with my dry setup. Then we had the connection problem, but it was no problem when we changed to dry. It's just the Mercedes is super fast, and also the driver, Steven. He was. I kept him 8 seconds behind me in the last 5 laps, but in the last lap he gained 4 seconds. I don't know where. And that was. I was super nervous because I know he's fast and he's in the Mercedes, but well, I managed to get P2.
Yeah, well, see, definitely well earned, and it's definitely a big boost for the Red Bull team given what happened to the Ferraris earlier on in the race.
Yeah. I hope we can get near them.
Indeed, but yeah, congratulations again on your second place, Caesar.
Thank you, man.
And last but by no means least, championship leader Steven. Wow. Who would have thought that would happen? 2 races in a row, and your younger brother beats you to the top step of the podium.
Well, we don't talk about being brothers on racing here. This is just pure war.
Family relations are irrelevant when it comes to F1.
Nah, man. To be honest, this race, hats off. But I would have had him very close. I think it'd have been 1 or 2 seconds last race, either way. But just stupid drivers get out of the way. And then, to be honest, I think it'd have been a very close one today as well. I had pace again, obviously proven. Don't know if you caught most of my first lap, but it was pretty shocking. 10th to 14th to people not moving and then being spun on the last corner of the first lap. like, you know what I mean, 18th to get what I got. Damage limitation to get away from Gary, but you know, I've said before, said last week, and I said in my interview, Mackenzie, you know, Dean's fast. There's a chance he could climb up there before the end of the season and challenge for that top spot. You know, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be good.
Yeah, we'll definitely be looking forward to that over the course of the rest of this season. But listen, thanks very much for your time this evening, guys, and we'll hopefully see you guys next week in Austria.
Oh, you shall.
Have a good rest of the weekend. See you all later. Bye.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations.
Good race, guys. Catch you in a bit. Well done. Well done.
So there we go. That is it for another evening of racing action. So yeah, Willem and Ivan, thanks very much for. Right, actually, is Ivan?
Ivan
I don't think
wasn't able to connect again.
No, it's not. Ivan's not there. No, he's not. My mistake.
Ask your
Listen, guys. Yeah. So listen, guys. Thanks very much for your time this evening.
You're welcome.
It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out from here. Tomorrow it's going to be another busy day for myself and for the Formula One community, for that matter, because we've got the Singapore Grand Prix in the afternoon, and then afterwards we've got the Extreme One Racing League, where you'll have me on commentary, and then I'll be jumping from commentary to driving, and we're going to have JBL and Matt Dixon in the commentary booth for the Extreme 2 League race.
That's going to be an interesting commentating pair.
Yeah, they did really well last week. Let's just put it this way: Matt Dixon hasn't missed a beat.
Perfect.
So yeah, thanks very much for your time, guys, and thank you to the viewers watching at home. You can join us tomorrow from 5 PM UK time, so adjust accordingly to your relative time zone for the Extreme Racing League, and then next week 8 PM same time, it will be in Austria. But until then, Until then, it is good night from us, and thanks for watching.